Okay, so what feedback do you want to give?
I definitely think the chase and the horrible rape scene has more effect, more impact, and the breathing that you've added. And when they actually finally get to her, that's quite a scary, horrible bit. But it doesn't go on for too long, which I would not have liked. So it just ended at the right time. So you knew something was happening, but you didn't have to see anything. So that worked really well, and definitely the lair scene. All of that came together really well. It was really scary. You didn't see, you really got the atmosphere and the knife and the sounds seemed to come together really well. It's quite scary, but that's what you're trying to do. The bit for me that's still a bit unconnected, although I think it definitely works, the guy going through 100 different rooms and closing doors, for me it's still irritating. But maybe when you add sound, that might work. But I don't get why he's going through lots of different rooms, even though I know he's being followed. And I really think it helps to get the little shots to what's coming later when he gets attacked. That helps me to put in context where is he going, why are we seeing him close doors, open another door, close the door, going somewhere else. That bit I find a bit boring, and I think where is it going? And it's still, the middle bit is still for me a bit unfinished, but the start and the ending I think are really powerful. And have you got some sound to add when Fred's screaming? Have you added that now? Or was that finished?
The actual scream?
Yeah.
Well, I've recorded the actual scream, but I just need to record some sounds of him crying.
The screams.
Yeah, I need to record some sounds of him crying, because in the shots of him in the lair aren't realistic enough, because he's moving without making any sound, and so I just need to record that again. But I don't need to record him screaming really loud again.
No, I don't think
I don't need to do that
I think
again.
it's scary for that.
Yeah, I just need him crying and moaning. But any other little things that I need to add or change?
No, I think the beginning and the end are really powerful. The middle bit for me still, and I don't, and then this probably just me being not a young person, but I don't get the jump from the rape scene. All of a sudden, then they're sat in the studio filming a girl running. It's a bag going over someone's head.
Because it's like a fake film. It's like going from the real thing to a fake film, and you don't know which one's real. You don't know if the next fake film is real. Because then it stops, and then the audience is like, oh, it's a film. It's not real.
That bit I quite like, but then I think, why are we in the studio? And then when he leaves and goes...
It's because they had just finished filming that specific scene, and he's an alcoholic, as you can see, because he regrets what he did 3 years ago, as it said, 3 years later. And that's why
I don't get that he regrets it from the drink,
actually. Well, he drinks because he feels bad about it. He really has never got over it. But he's going to be the one who's punished first, so...
I don't know whether you could show that then, because that doesn't come across to me. It doesn't come across at all that he feels bad.
It's also a teenage stereotype, having teenagers drinking. And he is drinking.
I just put it
that's
down
normal,
to that.
yeah.
It's just, drinking. It's just a teenager. I didn't make the connection to remorse. And feeling guilty or feeling pain about what he did.
Yeah.
I don't get that at all. But I just get a typical teenager and sneaking off to have a quick drink.
Yeah.
And going in and out of all the doors for me irritates me.
The thing is, I've cut it down quite short, though, and I need to show his journey, because otherwise it would be like an ellipsis going from the scene where he's in one green screen to the scene when he's in the next. It's a bit strange going from one to the other you need an ellipsis, but I don't know if it's worth it.
I think it's good that he looks a bit jumpy.
Yeah.
there because it makes him seem a bit like on edge, always looking over his shoulder, like.
Yeah,
someone's
exactly.
trying to get him.
You need to show the stalking shots.
I think that's good. But I wonder whether I don't know if you can do a bit more with that. Show him a bit jumpier because he looks quite confident when he's strutting across that yard. He doesn't look like
And that also
someone in the horse.
enforces the idea that he was a rapist and he's so confident and selfish that he's just walking without any care in the world, that he's just raped someone 3 years ago. He just doesn't care, so he's walking super confidently. That's also
But how do you get
because of
from
that.
the fact that did both of them rape her?
Yeah,
Oh.
I think. But I mean,
'Cause it's a bit
from what you see, only the one who gets killed is pulling her jeans down.
But is Richard's picture on the one to be killed at the end then?
Well, he's on the wall. He has a picture on the wall, but he's not the next victim.
It's kind of next in line, but not.
So basically, the last person shown is me, saying that she's the final girl. The final girl is a girl who stays alive the whole time. She's the main character of the film, basically, and she survives. So it's basically a transition between the film opening, getting to the main body of the film. So the main body of the film starts with the main protagonist, the female final girl. And so it's not saying that she's a victim, it's showing that she's the main character, she's going to survive, even though... Yeah.
Okay, I get that. But even if you took out those shots in the middle of him going across that yard and all of that, does it take anything away if you didn't have that in? What does it add?
Well, I haven't tried it yet, so I could try it and see. But the thing is, you wouldn't have the stalking shots. You wouldn't have the stalking shots, though, and I need them.
Couldn't you just have the stalking shots anyway, and then him drinking and kind of being a bit nervous? Do you need a bit in between? Having said that, I have seen it quite a few times now, so...
And, I was just going to say something. I do also want to include some continuity editing, and the only time I have that is when he's walking through the doors, because it's showing a flowing movement of a scene.
Okay.
He's just walking through the doors and it looks flowing. That's continuity editing, and I wanted to include some of that. I can ask Mr. Burroughs whether I need to include this continuity
No, I
editing.
mean, it's important in what you need to show.
But I think Mr. Burroughs is fine, is quite happy with that without cutting it any shorter. Because I did cut it quite a lot, so I think he's fine with how I've cut it now. And he'll see this.
Yeah,
He'll see your feedback because I'm posting it on my blog. So.
yeah, to me it's just... But I suppose it's in one way it's quite nice to have, you've got a horrible bit at the start and it's a horrible ending. I suppose it's also quite...
Nice to have a break,
to have
to calm down before the next thing,
Yeah.
because there's something really dramatic at the end and something really dramatic at the beginning, and you need a break between those, I think.
No, I understand that, I
Yeah.
accept that. And maybe if you took that out, it would go from very fast from one horrible scene to another horrible scene.
Yeah.
So I see that you need something a bit more in the middle.
Mhm.
But I think it works really well now. It's stories, it is scary.
That's good.
But that's what you want, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, but definitely, yeah, much improved from
From the
previous
last time you've
version.
seen. Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.